Do you suffer from insomnia? Do you find yourself lying awake through long, stressful Pokemon battles? Well, today, I have a cure for you. Hippowdon! Our treatment plan is simple. First, Hippowdon creates a nice, soothing sandstorm. Then, he gently tucks the opposing Pokemon into bed. Once everyone's fast asleep, Mega Blastoise comes in to clean house. Turns out, it's pretty easy to sweep once your opponents are busy counting Mareep.
Side effects of this treatment may include sand in your eyes, stepping on suspiciously placed rocks, and waking up in the Pokemon Center. Please consult your local Niche Joy before beginning treatment.
It's time to engage Operation Sleep and Sweep. Based off of the mods this guy is using, doesn't look like I have to worry about any sort of U-turning at all. I also don't see any pressure from Taunt. My assumption is he leads Glimora, which is perfectly okay for me and my team composition. Because of that, I will go straight Hippo, and then this is when I decide my Mega next, so between Raichu and Blastoise. Raichu doesn't seem to be the best fit. There's a few that can kind of challenge Raichu, including Raichu itself. So instead of that, we're going to go with the Blastoise route this time. I also have Dark Pulse, which will help me versus Metagross. And then Dark Pulse, actually, you know what? If they have Primarina, I think actually Raichu is the choice here because I can hit everything neutrally, I believe, with Raichu. Except, oh yeah, everything neutral here. Which means I can win. So we're going with Raichu, actually. I lied. Okay, and then next, we will... The only thing that I have to worry about, obviously, is the other Raichu being faster than me. And then as a closer, we will bring our Houndstone just for that cleanup. And I'll kind of showcase how this team idea is supposed to work. Okay. So into the match, we have the Glimora. Just as expected, we are going to start this off as I would normally. He's probably going to set up Stealth Rocks. I am completely fine with that. I'm going to set up a... Oh no, he's actually going to attack me. Nah, that is okay. I'm going to set up a Yawn, and I assume he'll switch because of that. So the question becomes, do we Yawn again, anticipating the switch, or do we set up the Stealth Rocks? I like to just heal. Because, oh wow, because of how tanky Hippowdon is, usually he can tank a hit, but we're going down to this one because of a critical hit. And you know what though? That is completely fine with me because that's the whole idea of this team is as soon as they let you sleep something, you win. It's going to be a little bit different though, just because I didn't manage to get the Stealth Rocks off, but most Pokemon will be susceptible to the just the speed and overall power of this Mon. So once I get off a Paralyze here, or sorry, Zapkin, he should be brought down to Sash, and I think this is his Sash Mon. So while I won't be able to get the Nasty Plot set up, I will just be able to nuke this thing out. I could also attempt to be greedy and go for the Nasty Plot, but I think that would be a throw. I don't want to do that. So we're gonna play it safe. This isn't optimal, and usually we get up one Nasty Plot. Just due to the fact that this could be a Sashmon, I have to play it a little bit differently in the critical hit. Normally I would like to try and wear them down a bit more with the rest of my team, but that's completely fine. So now we have the Mausch. I don't know what this plans to do. I assume maybe this is Sash now? Or he just is going to be faster than me outright, right? I know Mouse is really fast, but I don't think it's as fast as Raichu, so I guess I'll just shoot off the Focus Blast, and if that's a throw, then so be it. Let's just see what happens here. Okay, yep, nope, it looks like he just doesn't have a good option into this. That's sometimes how it goes with the Sleep and Sweep. Oh, okay, so he does have the Metagross. I am debating if I want to get the Paralysis for the... Yeah, I do. If I get the Paralysis, it means Houndstone can come in and clean this up. So that is what I'm going for. He'll probably... I don't even know what he really wants to go for here, but Probably would have made more sense for him to go with this before the mouse. I assume maybe he thought he was faster. Not sure what the intention was with that, but probably just didn't want to get his Mega paralyzed or something. I guess he probably can't even do enough to kill Raichu here, unless he has Stomping. He has Psychic. Okay, that is enough. Yep, Metagross is very strong, so this is all within calculations, so to speak. With this, we can just clean up with Houndstone. And Houndstone is a very important mon in this overall composition because it can come as a security method for getting the yawn off for the sweep in the scenario where your Hippowdon dies. So that was the first match. We got to see pretty much all of the key components play a role. It was one of the faster runs. Alright, game 2, we have a team, once again, without a... I mean, he has a couple potential U-turners with Scizor and Hydreigon. I will say the Hydreigon U-turn is pretty common, but the Scizor isn't, so I'm assuming he's also going to be leading Mamoswine here. If I was to fashion a guess. He could also lead Delphox. If he leads Delphox and uses Substitute, that would be a huge issue for me. But I feel like not too many people do that, so I'm just going to assume he doesn't. Once again, we're on now our Mega selection. If I look between who he's got here, he's got Mega Delphox for sure, or Mega Scizor or Banette. So Dark Pulse kills out pretty much all those, and then I have the Water Pulse for the Scizor. I feel like this would be the best option. And then Ice Beam for Hydreigon, Water Pulse for Mamoswine, and yeah, okay, so that works. And then as a cleaner-upper, I think I want to go with, once again, Houndstone. It just helps in case something goes wrong with the Hippowdon lead, and let's do it. Okay, so he did go with the Hydreigon lead. I am curious if he's going to straight U-turn. If he does, that is actually okay. I totally forgot about this, but Hydreigon would be a lot faster than my Hippowdon, so if he does U-turn, it's going to happen before I yawn. And yep, that is what he's doing, and I am completely okay with this. One thing I have to worry about is obviously the chip that'll keep occurring between his swaps, so if he keeps swapping between a Pokemon that can threaten me versus can't, that will slowly chip me down, but I don't have any attacking moves on my Hippo. That's okay though. So he wanted to bring in this... the snowstorm. I don't really care about that, to be honest. He's probably just going to start nuking me, and as long as he falls asleep, I'm okay with that too. If he switches, I'm also okay with that too, so it doesn't really matter what he does here. It's all within our plan. I get the Stealth Rocks, which is amazing, and if he does more than half to me and stays in and falls asleep, then I am going to be super happy about that. Ideally, I make them fall asleep after they, or before they kill me, like the turn before, and then they die right after that. I might play this a bit differently because of what he's doing with the setting up of the Aurora Veil. I might stall it out actually with Hippo. I'm not sure if he's Light Clay, but I feel like there's not much he can really do to Blastoise. Even, I guess he has Freeze Dry, but I would like to use that free turn to maybe Shell Smash. He could also just straight switch himself here. He doesn't have to stay in. So instead of being risky, I'm going to just scout it out. Okay, so he's actually going to stay in. That's fine though. I'm gonna play the Stealth Rock chip. This will help Blastoise in the late game, and I can get another yawn off. Okay, so we do see Banette. He could have Taunt on this, and because of that, it would be a little bit of a problem for me if he does do it, but I'm personally okay with him going for that. I just, I would like it so that I set up he does more than half my health and I get the yawn. That would be the perfect turn. Okay, so he's gonna Will-O-Wisp. I don't really care about that. Like I said, I'm no moves Hippo, so I got no moves here. And we got the yawn off. So let's see if he stays or if he switches. Ideally, he's probably going to switch. Like, I don't see why he'd stay in here, so I'm going to go for the double yawn. It's probably going to go to Ninetales, I would believe. And then, I mean, I could just Whirlwind again, too. But I got a feeling he's going High Dragon. So I'm going to... I mean, I guess it doesn't really make sense for me to use Leon again if that's what he's doing, but... The strategy can be a little bit lame in the fact that I play around the sleeps and chips, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so, you know, he brings Ninetales back. I'm actually okay with this. I want the Ninetales to wake up on me, and I want it to hurt me. That would be ideal, actually. So the Aurora Veil's gone, and then... Or sorry, the Snow's gone, the Aurora Veil has maybe... Unless he has Light Clay, it's going to be done soon, too. Yeah, it says one more turn here, so... Let's get up... I'm going to use Yon, assuming he wakes up, hopefully. Ah, damn it. Remember, Hippo is just a sacrificial lamb, so anything I can do to set up the late endgame position is what I'm going for. Obviously, I have to worry about the Choice Scarfed High Dragon, but I think one Draco Meteor is within living range for me. Oh, perfect. That did more than half, and I can't even be frozen this situation. So I don't have to worry about dying to that. He also could Shadow Sneak plus Draco my... He could Shadow Sneak plus... Let's see if he's greedy. I'm gonna get a heal off in case he sticks in. Yeah, okay. Or switches, so... This is good for me because he expected I would just go down, but I'm getting some more free chip because of his own green. He probably wants to come back in... set up the Aurora Veil is what I'm thinking. But I'm okay with that as long as I get the continuous stone stealth rock chip. He probably has to U-turn again now because, yep, he has to U-turn. He just doesn't have a good move into me. He's definitely Choice Scarf. I can gather that just from the way he plays with it. That's his intention. So yeah, he got the snow, so now he's got the more accurate blizzard, but I'm chunking that Ninetales pretty hard with this these stealth rocks. It's a devious strategy, and I've found very high success with it. It's not the most fun of play, but it is a very successful method. So he's probably just going to set up the Aurora Veil. I'm going to call that, and I'm actually going to go for the switch this time. I'm just going to be a little bit more aggressive here. I think this would be an optimal turn to do it. Oh, wow, he's just going for the Blizzard. Okay, well, that's fine too. He's going to fall asleep now. And with that, we're going to get a free Shell Smash. And this might just wrap up the rest of the game. I obviously have to be worried about the High Dragon with its... Oh, wait, he has Prankster Encore. He probably has Prankster Encore. That's okay, though. I'll scout it out. I'll let him do it to me if he does. If he doesn't, then we win. But I can easily just go back to Hippo here. It's not like I can still backpedal. It's okay. We'll try it and see if he has it. And if he doesn't, well, good game. It could also be offensive, you know, when you're in these single format, you get a little bit of different builds. You might just be trying to pop me with a Shadow Sneak to do as much as possible. I'm curious if I still outspeed Choice Scarf High Dragon with my Blastoise. I am max speed invest, so in theory I will. But if not, it's completely okay because... Oh, he's going for Destiny Bond. Okay. You know what? I didn't even think about that, but that is definitely an obvious option here. There's no way around it, though, and I am completely fine with it. I still have my other carry with the Houndstone. So I am going to go to... I want to get the snow off. I want to set up the sand. I believe he comes in first, or do I? I assume he does, because I fainted second. So Ninetales comes in, and then my Hippo comes in. He still has 2 full turns of sleep, or 1 turn of full sleep guaranteed here, so let's see if he does it. Perfect. Okay, well he came out second, so I don't know if the reset occurs the way I'll like it to. Okay, it does. Nice. So I'm gonna go into my... If he doesn't switch here, I win. Once... I think with my Houndstone, I can put enough pressure in the Hydreigon to finish this game out. Because I can even... Oh wait, I can't yawn it because he's my only damaging. I have Play Rough though, so... Houndstone should be able to clean this out. That thing is dead. Even if I don't do anything, it's just gonna die when it switches and switches back, so we're just gonna start popping the last respects here. Didn't necessarily get the finish I was looking for, but this still works. I always call him Cemeterior now, but that's not his name. His name's Houndstone, and he's a very strong mon. Super underestimated. I'm gonna hit him with this Play Rough. If I miss it, I'm gonna cry. But if I hit it, game's over. If I miss it, I actually probably lose. But we got the Play Rough from our max speed Houndstone. That's the match. Once again, playing a little bit more of the Houndstone than the main sweeping strategy, but we take those wins. Once again, I don't see anything that can really stop me here. We've already seen that Hydreigon with U-turn is not a way of preventing this. It's just a way of swapping to someone else who will be susceptible to it. So with these current like Pokemon, I suspect he will probably go Staraptor lead. They usually do that when they have this thing. They like to Final Gambit. I don't really care if they do that to me or not. Next we have Metagross. So I have Dark Pulse for that, and I also have Focus Blast for that. So this is between the speeds from Shell Smash might be more important. I also see him hitting everything neutrally. I think the better play will be Blastoise this run. Raichu's also really nice here, but I need the speed in case the Choice Scarf Hydreigon's there. And I think it's just a little bit safer into this. And then we will want one more Mon. And I do like my Houndstone once again into this team. It just looks overall pretty strong. I could go Zoroark, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so lead is Ninetales. So I guess he's going to set up with his Aurora Veil. What I'm assuming here, that's what they usually like to do. So I broke... Actually, he can't, because I just come in with the Sand... So he's going to switch, and I'm going to get the free Yawn. Then after I get the Yawn, I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock. Because he's probably going to U-turn, actually. You know what? Maybe I just Yawn again. Seems lame, but if I go for Stealth Rocks and he switches into something else, I guess that's kind of like resetting the whole match. I'm okay with that. I get a free Stealth Rock in on max health, basically. And this will allow me to begin my overall game plan. This is weird, right? Because I just faced someone doing this exact same strategy with the Hydreigon and Ninetales, and I'm seeing it again. I do think the meta in Pokemon Champions is pretty defined. There's just certain Pokemon you see over and over, and those two are a couple of them that you see over and over again. So it makes it easier for me, because, you know, I'm just fighting the same things over and over, but... So he's probably an Aurora Veil, or he's just going to go for Blizzards. I don't know, but we'll see. I would personally assume he's an Aurora Veil, but based off of what happened in this interaction so far, oh, he's just going to go for the Freeze Dry. Oh wow, that does a lot. This is perfect. This is what I want. Assuming, okay, well, crit. That makes sense, because I was like, that did way more than I expected. But if he kills me this turn, that is what we ideally want in this type of build here. He could switch. If he switches, I'm just going for the Slack Off, because that's what I'm guessing he does. Some people don't want to be slept, and because of that, they end up getting a crazy amount of Stealth Rock chip done to them. You kind of have... The strategy is so devious, because it forces you into... Yeah, see, he switched. It forces you into playing into my hand, and he's not happy about it. So, just take more Stealth Rock chips, see if I care. Alright, well there we go. And now Hippo's back to max health. Woohoo! And he's getting chipped more and more. So instead of yawn, if he U-turns, whatever's U-turned into is getting yawned. Okay, he's staying in with the Dark Pulse. Now, that didn't even do half, so... Oh, wow. But you know what, though? I'm actually okay with that. I'm hopeful he just keeps doing that and gets me really close to death here, and I get him with the yawn. If I flinch again, that would suck, but perfect. I got the yawn. He switches. That would be funny. If he doesn't switch, then we have a game on our hands. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what we want. This is the ideal situation. Because now he has full sleep. He has to either sleep or switch. I get a guaranteed safe shell smash. No congestion. There's no way he can prevent me from doing this. I have stealth rocks up, which means basically his whole team is dead. There's not really much he can do here now. Yeah, Ninetales isn't doing anything. I'm getting up my shell smash. With the Stealth Rocks chip, he is basically doomed at this point. And the show begins. Blastoise is time to start a blasting. I do like Blastoise more than the Raichu, just for the fact that I get the speed boost as well. Makes it a little bit more successful, but the only time I don't do the Blastoise is when it's a water rain team. That's when I will opt for Raichu. And Raichu is really strong into those team builds because it gets Grass Knot, which allows you to deal with the... You can deal with the Pelipper, then the Swampert, and the Archaludon as well. Got the Stone Chip. And then with the Dark Pulse, that'll kill. He can Bullet Punch me. I don't really care. It won't matter. He is big deaders to the almighty Blastoise solo Shell Smash sweep. Sorry, not solo, but you know how. It's just such a strong... This is such a strong combination, and I feel a little bit scared to put it out into this world. Not that I'm going to get enough viewership for it to become popular enough, but who knows. It's a great game, once again. It's time for round 4. Ooh, an opposing Hippo. There's a enemy Hippo I have to face here. That's something I haven't had to do yet. Also, another Pokemon that could be a little bit problematic is the Meowscarada. That is a Pokemon I've found to be a little bit of an issue. Based off of his Mons, I am going to need the speed from Shell Smash, because there is a Blaziken there, and that is definitely a threat. And his team is just overall very fast. It's also very physical, except for obviously Golden Go and Delphox, both of which can technically... Oh no, I have a... Never mind, that won't work. So, I think Zoroark might actually be a worthy pick here this time around. Reason being, if he does... Just over Houndstone... I think it might be the... No, Houndstone for sure, sorry. I do want to bring the Zoroark, it's hard to sometimes. It's best into rain teams as well, especially when they do the Pelipper Swampert thing. You can kind of fake them out that you're throwing in a Raichu when it's actually Zoroark. They'll use the Earthquake and then you revenge kill with counter. That's kind of the strategy around it. Okay, so he's sending in Greninja as the lead. That is perfectly okay. I assume he just straight raw goes for the kill here just because he threatens me with so much damage. He's going to opt for the Hydro Pump or the Surf. More reliable. Hopefully that does more than half. Perfect. So now we're just hopeful that he stays in. If he doesn't, I'm going for the Slack Off. I want to get the healing in just so that I can, if he switches, I can full restore basically and go for another Yawn / Stealth Rock. Let's see if... Oh no, yeah, he's not letting me, so he's going to switch. I'm okay with that. He's going to go to his Meowscarada. We got some chip in. We're just getting rid of the Focus Sashes. That's Hippo's main primary job. It's correct Focus Sash and Scout for anything that is a U-turner. I don't like those against my Hippo. I guess Meowscarada is one of my biggest issues here because it can Flower Trick me, do more than half, and then U-turn the next turn. And get away from the yawn while also potential... Actually, I guess I don't have to worry about it because he can't kill me with it, so I can just go for the restoration with the slack off. I won't get Stealth Rocks likely in this comp just because he's a hyper-offensive team. But that's fine with me. I don't need it, I think, for his team right now. I think the two mons that could potentially be scarfed, sashed, are now revealed to me. Perfect, he's switching again. He is technically like slightly getting me lower and lower with each of these scenarios that he's doing. But I'm gonna be able to do more to him than he's gonna be able to do to me in the end of this, so just a matter of which mon is he okay with putting to sleep. If he crits me, then, you know, so be it. Oh, okay, I guess I called that. Oh, no, it's just a high roll. I think maybe now that this has gone the way it is, I can call the switch. I can go directly for the yawn here, because he seems to be playing it in a method where he wants to just keep switching between the two. So I could see him going to his Meowscarada here now to finish me, and I will just yawn it immediately so I can get that trade in. Oh no, he wants to just kill me. Okay. This works for me. The only thing I have to worry about is the Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch shouldn't be enough to kill Blastoise. And this game, I guess, is now over because we're getting our free Shell Smash. We still don't know what his other mon is, but it's possibly his Mega, which would be Delphox, which we are not afraid of. And now he's probably like, oh man, what the hell? I'm asleep and can't do anything about this. If he stays in, that would be hilarious. He just throws the game, but I mean, I don't think it doesn't even matter actually. He's doomed no matter what he does here. I guess Choice Scarfed Meowscarada might still outspeed me actually. Meowscarada is definitely a problem. I might have to reconsider the way I play this. I might have to go with the Zoroark. I think this thing still outspeeds me and it's going to kill me a Flower Trick, and I might have made a mistake here. But if he's not scarfed, then he will die. If he is, then I die. Yeah, damn it. Okay, well, it's something to learn. That's the one weakness of this team, is Meowscarada for sure. I didn't live it, so unfortunately that's probably the way this one goes. Good to learn though. Wonder if there's a way, yeah, around that. I guess it would have been to go with this guy. I guess it would have been more nice if he got the Meowscarada to be the one who fell asleep. But it's not over. We still have our little Houndstone. He's gonna do as much as he can. With the last respects. Oh, not enough to kill, but good chunk for sure. That means we get this guy off the board because he has to take one guaranteed sleep turn. Guess I just last respects. Don't want to do anything that will cost me the game. So we'll do that. Assume he has knockoff. Don't think knockoff kills. Maybe with the life orb chip it will now. And that's what he's going for. Hopeful though that I live. And assuming he's got the knockoff, I'm gonna go for Play Rough because he will switch to Dark type. If it's Sucker Punch, that's also an option. Probably kills me, but I'm hopeful maybe we survive. Come on. Ah, okay. Well, good game. Sometimes you lose, right? That's how it goes. And now I've learned something, and I know now I need to do something maybe to deal with this a little bit better, but it was definitely a solid game. The team involves a bunch of mons here. The one actually that I'm most fearful of is Golden Go. He also could have the Taunting Gyarados too. So I think this is a time for Zoroark to come out to play. And the way Zoroark works is whatever's in the last slot will be who he appears as. I need to get rid of Gyarados and Golden Go. So the plan here will be to go Zoroark. In the assumption that it is Gyarados, I can get the free Nasty plot if it's Golden Go, I also can maybe Nasty Plot as well, because he knows he'll be immune to my Yawn and he'll go for Nasty Plot. And in that exchange, I win because Night Days will kill. So let's fake our Hippo, and then our late game sweep will be with Blastoise. Golden Go's a little scary if it chooses... Oh wow, it's Garchomp. So he thinks this is Hippowdon. With him thinking this is Hippowdon, I don't think he straight rips the Earthquake. Damn, this is quite the predicament, because if it's Choice Scarf, I need to counter. If it's not, and he's trying to just set up, like Scale Shot, that'll kill me still because it'll hit through my Focus Sash. He could also just go for Stealth Rock here. I'm gonna be a little greedy, I think. I'm gonna try for the Nasty Plot. I am faster, which means he's not. He's probably Life Orb. Don't go... Okay, perfect. Stealth Rocks. That's what we wanted to see. So we do have the perfect tech into this. Assuming he wants to stay in, we do have the Encore. I assume he switches, though. But in case he doesn't and he's sashed, let's go for Encore. Nice. So now we get another Nasty Plot, which will be huge. Or do we not even go for the second Nasty Plot? What do we have to be wary about? I guess if he switches to Mimikyu, getting the hit in would be big to break the Sash. So let's go straight for the Night Days. I'm assuming it's Mimikyu, so we don't throw. Nice. See, look at this. Perfectly called. Shadow Sneak might still do a lot, but it's not going to be able to kill me because I have the counter. I could theoretically go for counter here, assuming he Shadow Sneaks. I don't see what else he'd possibly be doing. Night Days also can miss, so counter is a lot safer. Oh no, he's a ghost. What am I smoking? Oh my god, I almost just freaking did a dumb move there. Wow, that did actually way less than I thought too. Oh yeah, ghost is not very effective. That was a crit as well, wow. That's okay though. So we know we're faster than his Chomp. And if we miss the Night Days though, that would not be ideal, but we don't. We do hit, that kills. So he's probably gonna go Garchomp. And we can just hit off a powerful Night Days before our Zoroark passes away. I think his Delphox is technically faster, but he doesn't seem to be having that. Let's just put some good damage in here. It also lower his accuracy. Ooh, he has the choice. He has the Focus Sash. Okay. If I get... That's good. That's why we went for the Encore, right? He goes for the Scale Shot. That's not what we want to see, but it's completely okay because we have Hippo who can Whirlwind him out. And I can then get the Stealth Rocks for when he comes back so he dies. And we'll just go straight for the Stealth Rocks here. I don't think even in 3 Earthquakes he could kill me, so I'm going to not care about that. I could also even just Yawn him here. If I Yawn, that's a bit safer, I think. Yeah, it's a bit safer to go for the Yawn. I think we tank quite a few of these Earthquakes. We'll get the Yawn off. We'll get our Stealth Rocks in. He could also switch this turn, and I could go for the heal as a result of that. So I'm going to do that instead. It's a little bit safer of a play. I could be greedy and just have went for the Whirlwind, or sorry, Stealth Rocks, and then went for the Whirlwind this next turn. But I could still do that, right? I get the guaranteed sleep turn. Get the Stealth Rocks for free here. It's fine that he stays in. I can just set up another... Like, I'm not too worried about the Chomp here. I can just start throwing out Yawns now until... I think what I'm going to do... We'll see what he does here. We'll see if he switches or if he stays. Okay, so he stays. He wakes up. Perfect. Goes for Scale Shot, but he misses. I don't actually care. That wouldn't have changed anything to me. I can also be a little mean here. I can actually... Well, he can just swap and get the chip kill. I mean, he's obviously just going to go for the swing attack. Could slack it off. I'm going to be a little bit clever here. I do want to not... Oh, you know what, though? That's okay. Whatever he has, I assume can't kill Hippo at this point. We'll get the free on. I guess he could just swap and sack Garchomp to clear the on. It is the Delphox. I definitely need to yawn it. That is going to be important. With the Sandstorm leaving, he may... If he has Substitute, I lose. But he doesn't, we're okay. I could have also waited. I could have actually slack off, then swapped him while he was sleeping. That would have been way smarter. But yeah, we might have actually potentially thrown the great game here. Oh, we actually probably did just throw the game. Damn, that was a huge mistake. We're not Raichu. Oh no. Well, the win live one grass knot. I don't think we do though. And then we're also slower than the Garchomp, maybe too. Yeah. Oops. It dies though, so I gotta live this. I lived it. We're good. All is fine. That was a misplay by me for sure, but we're okay. And then Garchomp dies to Stealth Rocks, so that'll end the game. I was a little worried. Mistakes are made. I just let him go to sleep. I would have won it, but we still win, and we'll take those. I like to make it a little bit more scary for the viewers, you know? Here's the team code in case you want to give this team a try. I almost am... I kind of don't want to share this team because I feel like I'd hate to face it myself, but yeah, it's very consistent, super strong. These are the stat spreads as well in case you want just to get some inspiration instead of if you don't really necessarily want to copy it. It's probably the best team I found in my singles adventure. I don't think there's too much content on YouTube that features singles content, so I'm hoping maybe I can help some people out who just kind of avoid the content altogether, because I do think it's a lot of fun. And this team is fun to use, and in the matches, I'm hopeful that you'll see just how fun it can be to use. And if you have any sort of changes or adjustments that you make to it, let me know. I'm curious. I'm always wanting to optimize and improve the team myself as well. So if you have any suggestions, definitely pop it in the comments section. I'll be happy to read that.